NFL is on the air. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
All right, fellas, listen up.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Andrews, the tight end, in motion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 41 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Chase Claypool taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Nineteen Tigers. 60 Eagles. Lightning, 18.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This now a 3rd and 4. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayer, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll try for the first with Walker, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Walker, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Mayer setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
19,
To throw on 3rd down. Mayer. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. 77 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This 2nd and 4. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. So no gain on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Third and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Going right back to Fant. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Walker now on 1st and 10. What a spin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 111 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Now Tua. Inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. He's going to try and do this himself. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Tua, the final shot before half. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The final shot before break. Mayer. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Sticking with Walker on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. That one definitely helps as they try to push. On the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They run again with Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mayer. This is Fant on the short completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Mayer. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd and 19. Back to throw. Mayer. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And he's going to use his legs here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mayer. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for L.A. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, some strong running. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 55 yards. And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now that that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it at the 37. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Takes it to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a give. Akers running left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Going right back to Akers. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Check the Eagles, check the Eagles.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Count to 60, count to 60.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Mayer. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8.
This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Mayer had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, Mayer. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Rams are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Mayer. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 45 yards.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Rams, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.